Hello, hello. So, two drumsticks, one Wiimote in a strange black box with a little wiggly joypad and a plus and a minus button. These, in fact, if you look on the side, there's a MIDI port, and there's another MIDI port. This port out, that one there's port in. This actually is designed to sit inside of this case, which sits on these drums, which is a USB kit designed for a computer game on the Wii called Guitar Hero World Tour. So I click that into there, and then that extends the amount of inputs going into the Wii by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you've got this stick here and these buttons as well, which I haven't wired in my patch. But so that now, even though it has a MIDI port, I have a MIDI lead going off to my 303. It's not connected that way. It's connected through the Bluetooth of the Wiimote into Osculator, which you can see there, and then I'll open Max, and there's my Max patch. Try and make myself a bit less reflective. So that patch is very hard to make out in detail, but it's basically routing the hits from the drum pads down into a set of number messages, which become make notes and go to a note out, and their velocities are tied into the second set of inputs, which also come from the pads, and they're all being unpacked in the UPD receive object from Osculator. So the inputs get registered in Osculator and then transferred over to Max and unpacked and turned into impulses. The reason there's bangs in there is so that when I hit a pad, you see it, bang. So I visually know that I am hitting it and there is a message going, there is a signal going through the circuit. Okay, so at the minute it's on the note out of the AAU DLS Synth 1. We don't want that. We want to send it out to the Alesis I/O dock, and then once it's out to the I/O dock, it's going to the 303, and drum mode. So we don't want a 909 kit, do we? We want to get it on the jungle set. Okay, so I think I'm now realising that I've got my kick pedal plugged into the wrong port in the back, because there are actually 3 ports to choose from. This one's purple, so I'm guessing it's going in there. So maybe there's extensions that go with this drum kit or something, I don't know. I'll just say I found it in a charity shop, so there might even be parts missing. That's again, I'm going to change it into the very first one and ensure. Okay, I totally realise what's happened is that I haven't tied the kick pedal impulse to the right note inside the MIDI output, so it's not triggering the typical response for kick drum. So there's a small problem that needs to be fixed. So I don't know if you can hear that or not, but as you start to speed up a little with the beats, it starts to drop beats out and get a little bit confused. So Bluetooth possibly is not the greatest way to get the signal going across. There is a MIDI output, you could just use that straight across, but you know, that's really simple. Why not experiment with some other things? Obviously, I think in the future I will use it for its MIDI output capacity, because I've already tried it with the synth and Logic and the 303, and from the USB output actually it's really good, really tight. So while it's not a professional USB drum kit, it's an amazing find for £15. The fact that I've got it rigged in and working. So yeah, that is the Wii drums. Okay, next up is going to be the PS3 pad and what I've done with that.